that's a song called Walking Out Slowly that Nick and I are in the studio with right now. We just want to give you a little bit of the skeleton of it. That's the chorus.
Sounds creepy.
And I'm going into I'm going into the verse when I go back in the denda. And basically that's how I wrote the song on the acoustic all by itself, just me with my therapeutic time. And I came back in and I gave it to the band, and we really had a hard time finding out how we wanted to make it fit. We liked it. We liked what the music was saying and the words and everything, but we didn't know how to make it ours. And so we had just a big long process, and we decided, screw it, we'll just have Abe play on the guitar. And Abe plays some different chords, and it sounds, I think, a little better. He's more of a accomplished guitar player, and with the same melodic verse and chorus. And so anyhow, Nick and I had gotten a conversation last week, and we both had expressed just what we wanted from the band, the more music that we wanted to hear and that type of thing, because we've kind of become really, I feel like a little bit, maybe a little bit one-dimensional. And so I was really starting for something different, and so was he. And in the studio, we kind of came up with this idea to have like a drum sample and just loop it, and along with it, something really scaled down, and which I think Nick has a lot more kind of, I guess, knowledge on that. It was really cool the way we came up about it, because I was expressing like, man, I really have a need for a new sound. I was thinking like Aboriginal sounds. I was thinking like all sorts of different types of whatever it was. I just really wanted something new, and I didn't think it'd be like techno, or dance-tronica, or whatever you want to call it, coming up inside of me, but it was. And he actually played me something that he had done and composed a long time ago, and I was just really blown away by it. And I was like, wow, okay, well, you already know how to do it. And anyways, he was really jazzed. So last week we came in and he did some work on the drums.
Yeah, if you kind of like dissect our band and pull out everyone's strong points, we have kind of a cross section of talents and everything that all together, like we're capable of quite a bit. Like this guy here, will write, he'll have a couple of chords and write lyrics over it, and it'll sound like something he's been working on for years and years, and be like, oh no, I just kind of came up with that on the spot. So
little does he know, it's been like 5 years. But
well, that song, yeah. But there's definitely that.
No, that song took about 2 minutes. No.
See, Abe's thing is like he'll take a fairly simple chord structure, the progression, and make it complicated, but not overly complicated. Just he'll add those things to it to add that flair to it and make it interesting. So, like he was saying, we'd hand over the chord progression, the chorus, to Abe, and he would just sprinkle some of his magic on top of it, and all of a sudden it comes to life. Yeah. So we have all these people that do all these different things, and for the longest time, my whole point was, if it plugs in, turns on, it's mine. So we're looking at that from a musical standpoint, like, okay, well, how do we take advantage of that? Not just for recording, but for part of the production process, because I'm so often not a part of the music writing, and that was fine by me, because this whole concept of writing on an acoustic guitar is just foreign to me. But I did have kind of a history of messing around with desktop composition type of stuff. Have everything in the box, recording synths and MIDI compositions and things like that. And like he was saying, we discussed some of these possibilities and everything, and bringing that into our sound. And it seemed like a cool potential, to add a little bit of that to it.
Absolutely.
So with this song, I think it was kind of a natural place to start, because it wasn't working as a whole band. We tried playing it as a 5-piece, and it was just overdone. We lost all the feeling and everything by having that much go into it. It just got complicated. So instead, we were thinking, okay, well, we need to bring this down, scale it down to like its bare minimal parts, and we started thinking like, okay, well, maybe if we just put this lo-fi drum loop behind it, kind of a hip-hop-ish type of feel to it, we might actually be able to use some of this stuff that we've been thinking about in the past and never really gotten a chance to implement. So what we did is we actually started with our own drum kit, but rather than the usual technique of trying to make everything sound as clean and polished as possible, we went the opposite direction. We recorded it too loud. You can see like the cymbal samples here, way clipped. We recorded those with a dynamic mic that was just kind of hovering over the drum kit, and basically using techniques that were textbook examples of what not to do while recording good drums. But in this case it worked. So we have something really simple where we have like a repeating hi-hat loop and some open hi-hat accents to it, and then some room and direct recorded kick drum and the rim shot. These are actually individual samples that we took from our kit, but just a single sample of each. and then aligned them up with kind of a step sequencer and created a, like a 12-bar or 12-note loop out of it. So this is what we ended up with. Do you have anything else you want to add to it?
No, I just maybe play him the part where he can play the verse part that Abe does a little better than I can.
Sorry.
So
this is just the verse here. Our intention is to have this drum loop for the verses, kind of like let that go out and then go in with more of a subtle, fully recorded drum set for the choruses, which we don't have prepared yet. But here's what we got for the verse drum loop.
Out slowly, blind at night, hands to the wall, just enough to seem tall. I'm all alone in this dark hall.
So then we take it into the choruses and go on from there. But that's where we are so far.
Cool. Thanks for sharing your time with us, and I look forward to hearing what comes up next.
I think we're actually gonna have like Tammy on the chorus too a bit.
Okay. Cool. All right. Well, I look forward to seeing what you guys got cooked up. So, thank you. We'll catch you guys later.